holding, whatever. I'm gonna keep repeating that deal about, but it's what it is, a hand thing. Look, it just keep repeating, but it's so intricate that it's just difficult, man, to accept this thing. It is, unless your mind is obtuse, you cannot see anything else. One thing, you're never gonna see it. Like I say, it's so intricate that it's difficult to do the outlines. Because it goes on to the right, to the left, up and down, side to side, diagonal. Oops. Check it out. I started out with the electromagnetic vehicle and I end up with the same thing. Well, once you see that the shape is that, it's difficult to steer away from it. And then you see it here again, the same exact shape. But it's done with geometry. I mean, like I said, the geometry is so perfect and intricate, but it's always the same. Always the same. Look, there they are, the hands wrap around the thing. But it goes both ways. Look, it goes to the right and to the left. I mean, what a coincidence, really? A coincidence. Over and over and over. Look, it wraps like this, and it wraps like that. The same thing goes, fingernails on this side from that hand, and fingernails on this side from this hand. Like this. And you can see the rest of it, and it's extended out of the visible, the very visible is still visible, but not as visible as that part, because it's working on that. It's just so what that is. Look at this picture right here. Look at the fingernail again. And the finger, look, you can see the tubular shape of fingers. I mean, it's insane, man. Like I said, it is insane, but it's what it is. This thing is like I say, it's a constant. Look, it's the same thing. You get the fingernail. And it becomes bigger and bigger. You can see it repeats in the dark spot again. It's incredible, man. And look, it repeats here like that. You can see it here again in a different, it's vertical, it's diagonal, horizontal. The geometry is super complex, but it's simple. It's the same hand overlapping in different directions. And look, even the dark spot, it makes the shape of a hand right here. Look, the same spot makes that shape like that. it branches out exactly like a hand, like that. Boom. Then that dark spot, which is really the shape of a fingernail, I mean, I could spend 1 hour and it won't be enough to do so many hands that are there. Look, it repeats here again, bigger and bigger and bigger, oops, like that. Then it goes this way. Like I say, it's difficult to do outlines with a mouse, with a computer mouse. It's just not possible to do it the right way. But that deal is what that is. You can look for every other celestial explanation, chemical, physics, you name it. But the only common denominator here is that shape of hands. Look, even in a soft line, dark soft line, and look, and it goes vertical, but every vertical deal is a hand like that. I can show you the picture from Hobo, look, in columns. The same hand thing, and it repeats here again. I mean, it's so, like I said, so intricate, but it's because you overlap over the deal, over and over is three-dimensional, but it's the same thing. It's a hand holding something. Look, you can see it perfectly. I mean, once you know that shape, you will see that it's on everything. See the outlines, and it's in rows, up and down. Then side to side is diagonal. It's totally three-dimensional. Look, you can see it, the outlines perfectly. The hand thing right there, boom. Then is another hand here, another thumb from a bigger hand, because that's how complex is freaking geometry that it continues making the same thing bigger, smaller, sideways, up and down, vertical, you name it. Look, you see it here again. Look. Two fingernails facing each other, right there. This one and this one. Look at that. And if you really have a good monitor, a high definition monitor, you see that this is always that. It just makes the same shape. Let me do this, the hand, like this. It's like looking at it from the top, looking down, and that's the center of it, an hexagon. And it turns into, but when you look at it, it gets bigger and bigger. Look, and it repeats, same thing here. Now let me show you with my own hand how it matches. Look, it goes like this, You're looking at it, and then you see the thumb, and it repeats because it just continues. Then it repeats here again. Then this is one fingernail from a thumb like that, and that's another one from another one like that, facing each other. It's almost like this. Almost no, it is like that. It's crazy shit, man, but I'm telling you, I have been studying images methodically for years. And once I saw that image of the moon, the color image in high definition, the only one ever released by NASA, you won't find that image anywhere else. The color image from Apollo 8. See, you can see the soft outline of those hands. And it repeats here in a smaller size. And then it goes this way. Like I say, it's so intricate. The pattern is the same, but it's just overlapping. And it gets huge. Look, you can see huge ass finger right here. And the next one, and the next one. Look, you can see the fingernail, but they overlap other fingernails, other hands. And each part has a tiny hand, a smaller, medium, large. You can see like I say, once you start doing this drawing, it will turn into a freaking map because the lines goes on every which way. But you're always holding the image true to a hand shape. The shape of a hand is the true. See, look, you can see it right here, but then it is right here like that too. And then it is like here like that too. And then it is, like I say, it turns, boom, 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 in every which way in one spot. And then you see it repeats here, and then here. It keeps the same thing, but exactly like a hand, because that's what that is. I can go to each image here, and you will see that what I'm telling you is the whole thing is the same. And yeah, those are electromagnetic vehicles, but they're called vehicle because it moves and shit. It contains energy and stuff. That's what Dr. Breglin called them vehicles. Well, it's a cylindrical object that is really a tool, a creation or destruction or modification tool. It has those three purposes. It can destroy, it can modify, or it can create. It's an all-purpose tool from the designer. That's it. Okay, this one is enormous, a sphere. And look how the hand shape is just every freaking where there. It looks like faces, and it's none of that. It's just a fingernail. It's a hand. In so many ways, look, you can see it. In the dark spot, you can see that. Maybe that's what my freaking purpose is. My mission is to open the eyes of people. I don't know what my mission is on Earth, but on this planet where I'm from, but really, look, you can see the same shape repeating and repeating and repeating. Look, in even bigger size. Shit.